Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Kyle and I make reactions to movies and TV shows. This is another reaction to Eureka. Let's get into it. I don't think we need to really do a what happened on it last time. It was a good episode, but they don't really seem to be doing too big of overarching episodes. So I'm thinking that, you know, if we get an episode where things are like, oh, this is relying on something that we learned about in the past, I'll definitely bring it up. But this show definitely seems to me more just like episode to episode. I want to know what Carter is going to do to make me laugh this time. Every single episode, that man is just like, he's so funny. As always, don't forget to like and comment if you want to support the channel. Full version is in the description down below. Let's get to our Eureka moment. I think I forgot to say that in a few of them. I was editing the episode 5? Yeah, season 1, episode 5 to put up on YouTube. And I guess that's when I started saying, let's have our Eureka moment. And I think I have forgotten to genuinely say that. So let's get to our Eureka moment. A boom boom.
Global Dynamics Cryogenics access granted.
Cryogenics. As in people?
Guys, how much longer?
Oh my god, there are people! Who is in
that?
these?
I don't know. I thought this one was empty.
Oh, it's warming up. Who are you bringing back? Einstein?
Did you get it? Yeah, hand it over. Come on. Come on.
What was that?
Do not tell him. Not if he tortured me.
Nice try.
Dad, come on.
No, a dozen. Uh-huh.
Who are the flowers for?
None of your business. This is Vincent's coffee. Oh. You have a middleman.
You'll never break me.
Sassy pumps for fall.
Oh, it's just like a it's just like
I'm so ashamed.
what are they called? A guilty pleasure.
I love you too much to watch you do this to yourself.
I would die without caffeine.
He broke me like a stick.
We shall make revenge that much sweeter.
He left his cell phone. Well, what are you gonna do?
I love how Joe is just like helping her.
Carter, I believe he just ordered flowers. Right, well, I just need to verify the spelling of the name.
Who is it for? Allison?
Who the hell's Angela Fairfield?
I mean, you withheld information that Stark's device could be causing the shared dreaming. Allison, I'm just gonna be mad for a while.
There was a very real chance that people were dying, so...
So, what's the emergency?
We're updating the equipment in cryogenics. To be revived at a later date, ideally after we found the cure for whatever disease they were dying from.
Creepy, yes, but I don't think that...
Well, we've discovered a person in an unmarked chamber, a very old chamber. Like the fact that this one has a heartbeat.
Oh, they actually brought someone back. Who is it going to be?
Opening the chambers too quickly could destabilize his tissues.
I can't believe this is happening in my lifetime.
His pulse is dropping. Alright, we gotta get him out of there. I need all medical personnel standing by.
I think you should get Fargo away from here. He's not good luck.
Why is he standing backwards?
Why is he fully clothed?
Oh, I wonder if he was put in there against his will.
Gently. Alrighty. Lift him up.
Pierre Fargo.
Grandpa? Grandpa, okay. Did no one wonder where he went? He must have just disappeared one day.
Of all people to bring out of cryostasis, I resurrect another Fargo.
Yeah, Carmen's a bitch.
He's a Fargo. Are you really surprised?
I am standing right here. He just twitched.
Do you know your name?
Everyone knows my name. I'm Pierre Fargo. And yes, it's August 30th, 1957. Did I hit my head or something? My girl Belle and I have dinner plans and I can't be late.
This is kind of like time travel.
Like 50 years late.
Excuse me?
Pierre, you just woke up from cryostasis.
What are they gonna do with him?
There's no way you're convincing me that I just woke up 50 years in the future.
Just take him outside anywhere, like... Henry would be different if he was in 1957. Like, Hopefully he's not a raging racist.
Douglas Fargo. I'm your grandson. Sheriff Carter?
Yeah. Hey, Fargo, how you doing?
Better than my granddad. Maybe somebody put him in there.
The same way somebody put you into the force field bubble?
Fargo's may be cursed, but we're honest. Will you please just look into it?
Well, whoever committed this crime is probably long dead.
I'm sorry, is my working disturbing your reading?
Nope.
Something happen with you two?
Can we talk about something else? Like what pumps are gonna be in fashion this fall?
Funny.
Poor Joe.
Wow. Pierre was working with Andrei Sandrov, and he gave a statement that Pierre went AWOL in 1957.
This would be really hard. Yeah.
And you seem like a really nice guy, and I admit that there's a slight resemblance, but, you know, this is insane. Look, we're practically the same age.
Well, yeah, pretty much.
Okay, great. So in light of that, let's just drop Grandpa.
Belle St. John is my grandmother.
So Belle is still alive?
Very much so. Going that way. Anyway, you can't see her. She's in Alaska, which, by the way, is a state now. It's very big with tourists.
My Belle always had a wild side.
She also had a son.
Is there a new grandpa?
So I suppose she must have gotten married then if she had a son.
No.
Really?
I brought a picture of her. Well, she might look a little bit different than she did when she was 20.
She's still beautiful. I've missed so much.
I don't think they're going to let you leave Eureka.
Who's Angela Fairfield?
Well, normally I'd be proud, but Zoe, don't go digging into this.
Then why are you
Zoe.
why are you sending her flowers today?
We're not discussing this.
Birth certificate for a Thomas Stephen Fargo.
Born 8 months after Pierre Fargo disappeared.
Maybe he found out about the pregnancy, panicked. Oh, it says here fatherhood can scare men into disassociation, which can lower their sex drive.
Burn this.
Where are you going?
Talk to Pierre, see if he had some fatherhood issues.
It was totally the other, like, Einstein dude. He probably stole something from Pierre. Someone should really be watching them.
Smokes!
Two Fargos in the same place cannot be a good thing.
That's my cellular reconstruction technique. They're using my methodology.
No, that process is based on the research of Andrei Sandrov.
Yep, see, told you.
No, he was a lab tech.
The global dynamics treasure. See?
Oh, God. He basically... See, this is... You know, this is very similar to what they did with Kim, where... I mean, this is drastic. Like, this is even more drastic, where someone essentially... With Kim, it was irreversible. With Fargo, Pierre Fargo, unless he is dying, which I can see them doing. I can see, like, halfway into this episode, we're going to learn that the cryogenic process is actually killing him and he's aging at some kind of, you know, like, incredible rate. With Kim, like, it was irreversible. So she had moments and bits of her life stolen piece by piece, and then they just went and killed her. Ugh, I still feel so bad for her character. But this is kind of the similar thing, where this Andre dude essentially stole this guy's life, you know? And I know it's not murder, but it's bad. Like, I hope this Andre guy has some consequences that he's going to face more than the guy that took Kim's life did, because, you know, he didn't get to see his wife again, who had a kid that he never saw. He didn't get to see Fargo grow up at all. He had all his research apparently stolen from him. And apparently he made like a great leap and bound in bioengineering. This is just, Eureka really likes toying with this theme of having your life kind of taken from you. I wonder if we'll see it again.
No, this can't be. I'm the treasure. Sandrov won the Nobel. What for?
The de-differentiation of mesenchymal cells?
No.
Someone better keep an eye on him. He might go nuclear.
Sandrov stole my research.
He also, yeah, I was going to say, what about, like, your life? Although I guess his research was his life. But seriously, someone needs to keep an eye on him.
Sandrov wasn't a genius. He was a thief.
A thief? Yeah. A thief who's given millions of dollars back to this town?
Just so he could steal my work and pass it off as his own.
We found Sandrov's police statement.
Now, why would I resign? I was on the verge of greatness. He is a liar. Work was great. Belle was pregnant.
Obviously, I thought we would have gotten...
You're an officer of the law, but you're insulting the good name of my girl, and I will not stand for it.
Okay.
Come on.
Oh my God, this Fargo is interesting.
Belle St. John gave birth to Thomas Stephen Fargo 8 months after you left.
Run from it? I was going to propose to Belle. I was on my way to pick up the ring before our dinner. Believe me, fatherhood is the last thing that I would run from.
You still have me.
Not sure how I'm supposed to feel about that either.
You honestly believe that Andre Sandrov stole Pierre Fargo's research?
Oh, so you're saying it's not even possible?
Well, no.
Well, yes. Look, Sandrov was a visionary. His work is well documented.
Let's do the talk screen up here. His blood. I'm gonna go talk to your visionary. So you want me to go easy on him because he gives you money?
No. Tread lightly.
I believe that when someone is responsible for something, that they should be held accountable.
Oh, but the world of politics are so much grayer than that.
So, where did you and Angela Fairfield meet?
Let it go.
You know, realistically speaking, I mean, this sounds horrible, I know, but I mean, realistically speaking, there really isn't much recourse for Pierre Fargo if he did this. They could arrest this Andre guy. The case, I mean, if there's no evidence beyond word for word, you know, I don't even know, we haven't actually touched on like how the legal system works in Eureka. Like, can only residents of Eureka be considered for a jury if something were to go to trial? And is there a statute of limitations on assault? I've never actually thought about that, but I mean, I know that like even some violent crimes do have statute of limitations. So I feel like if there is, it must be passed, because I guess that's what you would call it, right? Like assault. I mean, I guess he could sue him for a fudge ton of money and be like, you know, your property is really my property. But I think this is kind of one of those instances where there isn't a whole lot of recourse, which is something that I think our legal system has a hard time comprehending. I was actually watching a documentary the other day, and it was really good. And it talked about how the U.S. legal system in particular is incredibly focused on the idea of justice, and that jail really just isn't suited for that. Like, the purpose of jail, yes, is to be a deterrent, but it's more so there for rehabilitation. And, you know, if someone goes out and kills a whole bunch of people, no amount of jail time is going to bring those people back. So, I mean, I think humanity in general has a really hard time dealing with this notion that most of the time crimes have no actual like upside. There's no way to undo them or no way to turn back the clock. So I guess Pierre is just gonna have to like learn to move on.
Sandrov, I'm Sheriff Jack Carter. This is my deputy, Joe Lupo. The man they woke up is Pierre Fargo. Claims that you stole his research, including the cryo chamber.
But how in the world did he end up in cryostasis? Well, I'm not surprised. Pierre's reach often exceeded his grasp.
Mm-hmm.
He tried to pass off my work as his own.
Uh-huh.
Then he disappeared. Shame, really. He's quite
Despicable
talented.
man. He's not going to admit it.
Now, I'm hosting a cocktail fundraiser this evening that I need to prepare for, so...
Jackass.
Charming guy.
So what now?
Well, I think Sandrov's a smart guy. We take a suggestion, go check out his body of work.
So, where are we going?
To see an old friend.
There are traces of chloroform in the system.
Traces? So Pierre was telling the truth. Somebody was out to get him. What I'm looking at is the praise for Andre Sandrov and wondering if it's deserved. Yeah, but he was just a mid-level researcher until his big breakthrough in cell regeneration.
I'm not sure where they're going with this. Even if they find out it's true, which I think it's true.
Charlie, you old dog. I have something for you. So do you still have that diamond you were growing for Belle's ring?
I'm sorry, Pierre. I sold it.
Well, it was a long shot. I was hoping I could still give it to her. So Belle has lived this entire time believing that I ran off on her.
But seeing her now, might not go the way you plan.
I'll keep that in mind. Thanks, Charlie.
I like that they're going back to the hard questions, though.
Go where?
To clear my name, we have to find that letter.
Sir, I need to look up a name.
Of course. Who?
Dad's new girlfriend, Angela Fairfield. Oh, no, I'm not prying. I just want to know who she is and where she lives and what she looks like. But you know, it would be a shame for everyone to find out about your addiction to Jerry Springer.
What? The house is addicted to Jerry Springer?
Yeah, you're not fooling anyone.
Fine. There's no Angela Fairfield living in Eureka. For the last 25 years, there have been 4 in Laguna Beach.
A record. A record for who?
Your father.
Oh, does he feel bad about something that he did? So he sends her flowers?
We better hurry.
I've changed my mind. I don't think I can do this.
Well, you have to. I've seen the way people treat you around here, and getting fired could be a blessing.
This Fargo has a lot more oomph to him.
Let's get at it.
He could... I think he would do well to spend some time around Pierre.
Aha. For personal reasons beyond my control, I hereby tender my resignation effective immediately.
Well, yes, but I never wrote this.
What the hell are you two doing?
Don't punish him. This was my idea.
Okay, can I see it?
She's gonna get rid of it.
I know this looks bad.
Well, it's about to look a lot worse.
If he does die as a result of the cryogenesis, then that's murder, and that does not have a statute of limitations.
Pierre's blood analysis. Have you ever seen anything like that?
Is he dying?
Never.
That's fine with me.
I have to go to the bathroom.
There's one just in there.
Oh.
Can't you just use your bathroom, Sheriff? The window doesn't even open.
I need to take this. All right. I'm watching. I mean, I'm not watching, but I'm watching.
This Fargo is clever.
No need to thank. I know.
So what have you got on Angela Fairfield?
I found some photo documentation.
She was his high school sweetheart. Why is he still sending her flowers? Oh my God.
She died?
She died.
He's been in there since he left.
Yeah, he's not in there.
Go away, Sheriff.
Or he collapsed.
Nothing you can do for me now.
What sort of trouble you having?
Oh, dear God, is he hurting himself? Get kicked down the door.
We've all been there. You don't have to go through this alone.
Kick down the door. Yeah, this is murder. Well, is it murder?
Cryostasis temporarily halted the aging process, but as soon as he got out...
I just got him back. Now I'm gonna lose him?
Fargo,
I think this would be considered murder.
Don't treat him like just another lab rat.
Hey, how you doing?
Well, I'm just hours away from bedpans and sponge baths. If I go without seeing Belle and tell her that I came back to her and that I never stopped loving her.
I'm busy trying to save Fargo's granddad. What do you need?
I checked out a bunch of biographies of Sandroff's that talk all about his groundbreaking research. So let's see what he knows.
Carter, you're wasting time.
I don't have a lot of time left. I'd like a chance to set the record straight before I go.
I think it should be you who asks him the questions that only the real talent would know.
Pierre, your research changed our understanding of the human cell.
Anybody want to crash a party?
Me.
Yeah, let's focus on the fact that he threw him in a cryogenic chamber, though, and essentially killed him.
And what would the title of that book be, Andre? My Life as a Fraud?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You be careful.
You think I put him in the cryo chamber? Tell him, Dr. Stark.
I wish I could.
We already know that your breakthroughs were based upon Pierre's work, but attempted murder is a different matter altogether.
The second he dies, it's actual murder.
The work was there, and it was brilliant. I just picked up where you left off.
He really just said that, huh?
You're gonna help me save him.
So, you really think this will work?
Fortunately, it's not gonna make you any younger.
Grandpa.
Okay, let me have it.
Wow.
Well, the Those years are gone anyhow.
And I'm still working on figuring out who put you in that chamber.
Well, it's your worry now, Chief. I wish I still had this ring that I was going to give her.
Could I see that order slip?
Oh no, was it the shop owner dude? Oh fudge, it was.
The signature on this resignation letter is traced.
He was in love with Belle. Dang, I really thought it was the Andre guy.
I knew. As soon as I saw you in my shop, my sins had come back to haunt me.
You looked me in the eye, and you called me your friend. Why?
You were going to propose to Belle, and I've always loved her.
Well, like you say, the past always catches up with you.
Hold on a sec. Putting Charlie in prison isn't gonna give me my life back.
Turning the other cheek doesn't really apply here.
He has to live alone with what he's done.
And that's not for you to decide. Hey, let me guess. You need a lift home.
It's actually not why I came. I found your yearbook. I know that she died.
Yeah. I was 17, and I made a very, very big mistake. It was her 16th birthday. She wanted me to teach her how to drive. We drifted into the next lane.
I'm so sorry, Dad.
When the police arrived, I was holding her, and I was charged with reckless endangerment.
Why didn't you just tell him what happened?
So, every year, I send flowers. I haven't talked about this in a long, long time.
I hope I don't disappoint her.
Oh, you won't.
I don't exactly know what I'm going to say.
This would be a lot. He won't even look the same. I mean,
Belle.
he looks similar, but...
I'm so sorry that I left you alone, my love.
It's okay. You're here now.
Get over yourself, Fargo.
Yeah.
Just because your grandfather left his mark doesn't mean you won't.
All right, guys, and that was my reaction to Eureka, Season 2, Episode 7, Family Reunion. This was a surprisingly good episode. I thought at the beginning they were going to take, like, the lighthearted route that we've kind of taken throughout the entire season. I mean, I guess not. They've had a lot of episodes this season that have been very, like, in-depth. But it was a much deeper episode than I thought it was going to be from the outset. Usually the episodes that involve Fargo aren't all that big. But this was kind of, like I said, very similar to the Kim situation. So I do think it kind of reached back into that season 1 bag where we, talked about some more in-depth things. And honestly, I don't think Eureka means to do it. Given the show so far, I think that they don't necessarily see some of the philosophical questions that they're bringing up with some of these situations, and that lets them do it. Like they kind of stray a little bit away from the really like heavy things in terms of what you would see, I think, in a darker science fiction show. But sometimes they kind of go there without actually meaning to go there. Like, I don't know, maybe they do mean to, but I don't think they do. I think they end up touching on issues without realizing it. And this is another one where, like I was saying, I got really interested about halfway through the episode where I'm like, what actual recourse is there for Fargo, Pierre Fargo, when something like this happens? He can't have his life back, no matter what would happen to Andre. I think in the end, and this is one thing that makes me think the show isn't doing this purposely. I think they dropped the ball on the Andre situation a bit faster than they should have. Because like one line that Pierre said that is really true is, would Andre have noticed if someone was in the chamber? And does that, like, I'm pretty sure if I were to open up my front door or go into work and find someone bleeding to death, but not dead, and then I just turn around and walk away, that has to make me like an accomplice to murder, doesn't it? Like, if you see that someone is in the midst of dying and you don't do anything to help them, I feel like there has to be a law against that. So, you know, Andre very well could have known that Pierre had been frozen and just saw the opportunity to take his work and think, you know, I mean, I'm just going to take advantage of the situation. So I think they dropped the ball there just a little bit too fast. I liked that Pierre didn't die. I think that him dying would have been a very rounded story. I even think that him dying would have put what happened to him in more perspective. His character handled the situation better than I think an actual person would. Like, I think an actual person would have a serious identity crisis in the situation that he was in, which is another reason why I think the show doesn't necessarily mean to create these situations. It just is. I think Kim had a more realistic reaction when she found out that so much of her life had been stolen from her. You know, that's why I was kind of saying throughout the episode, it's like someone should watch him so he doesn't like go ballistic. One good thing to him still being around is I think he would be I don't think they're going to bring him back, unfortunately. I think Pierre is going to go off and live with Belle, and Fargo will make a reference to him every once in a while. But I think that Pierre's character would be an excellent person for Fargo to be around, because you know what? I think that Fargo has a lot of potential, and he is definitely written as the comic relief. So I don't see them letting him grow too much. But I think a lot of people who are like Fargo would benefit immensely from having someone like Pierre in their life, who definitely seemed more like steadfast in his beliefs and more confident and more willing to go out on a limb and see what happens. So there's that. But again, these are fictional characters, so don't want to get like too over analyzing. Anyways, if you liked the episode or the reaction, leave me a like, drop a comment. Full version is in the description, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.